From popular Food Network stars to renowned Michelin-starred chefs, everyone has a tale to tell.
Ça, j'ai dit j'aurai 3 étoiles. J'ai dit j'aurai 3 étoiles coûte que coûte.
Discover how these chefs rose to popularity, grabbing the attention of people all around the world by their culinary abilities and charming personalities on television screens. However, when we look further, we discover the struggles and tribulations that led to the exit of these chefs from the spotlight. Whether scandals and controversies or personal hardships and job shifts, these former TV chefs experienced a slew of challenges that altered their lives and professions. Join us on this captivating journey as we look at the highs and lows of former TV chefs and find out what happened to them. Number 10. Paula Dean. Paula Dean, previously a renowned figure on the Food Network, captivated viewers with her southern charm and scrumptious recipes on Paula's Home Cooking. Her recipes, while being loaded with butter and rich ingredients, were popular with audiences drawn to her warm nature and amusing kitchen antics. However, behind the scenes, a darker story evolved. Lisa Jackson, a former manager at one of Dean's restaurants, sued the famous chef in 2012, alleging racial discrimination. During a deposition in 2013, Dean admitted to using racial insults, including the N-word, which shocked her fan base and the culinary industry as a whole. The revelation of Dean's racially inappropriate remarks was exacerbated by additional information obtained from the deposition. It was revealed that she had helped prepare a plantation-style wedding, replete with an all-black waitstaff dressed as slaves. The affair harmed Dean's reputation and prompted immediate action from the Food Network, which decided not to renew her contract in light of the controversy. Despite efforts to repair her reputation, including a stint on Dancing with the Stars in 2015, Dean's television career suffered in the aftermath of the controversy. Her once thriving presence on the Food Network faded, signaling the end of an age of culinary prominence. However, Dean did not completely fade into obscurity. She shifted her focus to other projects, such as building a website and increasing her profile on rural-focused cable networks like RFD-TV. On these platforms, she debuted new shows, including Positively Paula and Paula Dean's Sweet Home Savannah, which catered to a different audience while still highlighting her culinary expertise and Southern hospitality. In addition to her television career, Dean continues to pursue her passion for food through her restaurants. One famous location, Paula Dean's Family Kitchen in Fairview, Texas, opened its doors in 2018, serving her classic Southern cooking in a family-friendly environment. Despite obstacles in her career, Dean found ways to reconnect with fans through guest appearances and collaborations. In 2021, she joined the celebrity cast of culinary experts on Fox's MasterChef Legends, marking her comeback to the national stage. Throughout her journey, Dean has had the support of her family, which includes her 2 kids, Jamie and Bobby, from her first marriage, as well as her husband, Michael Groover, whom she married in 2004. Despite the issues and hardships she has endured, Dean has remained resilient, continuing to share her passion for cooking and hospitality with audiences worldwide. Number 9. Pat and Gina Neely. When the Food Network premiered Down Home with the Neelys in 2008, fans were captivated by the dynamic duo of Pat and Gina Neely, a couple that exuded warmth and culinary expertise. Their show rapidly became a success, with strong ratings and a committed fan following. However, the picture-perfect image they projected on the screen masks the flaws in their marriage. Pat and Gina startled their followers when they announced their split after 6 years and 143 episodes. In a joint statement, they stated that their 20-year marriage had ended due to irreconcilable disagreements. Despite the end of their love connection, they promised to continue their co-parenting collaboration for the benefit of their 2 girls. While Neely's public statement followed the script of many celebrity divorces, fans were left wondering about the underlying reason for the breakup. Gina Neely shared some insights during a candid interview on Oprah, Where Are They Now? In 2016. She admitted that she had considered divorce long before their television career took off. Despite many attempts at therapy and several failed attempts to leave, it wasn't until the 5th attempt that she got the courage to go ahead with the decision. Paula Dean, a Food Network celebrity, discovered the Neelys and launched their culinary career. After highlighting their Nashville business, Neely's Bar B-Key, on their son's show Road Tasted, Dean invited them to participate in her show Paula's Party. This exposure resulted in the introduction of their own show, Down Home with the Neelys, which solidified their status as Food Network celebrities. Following their divorce, Gina Neely began a new chapter in her life. She dabbled in reality television, appearing on Bravo's To Rome with Love and co-hosting The Big Holiday Food Fight on the Oprah Winfrey Network. After leaving the spotlight, she found fulfillment as a motivational speaker, philanthropist, and news correspondent in Tennessee. Meanwhile, Pat and Gina Neely followed separate professional trajectories. They temporarily hosted Road Tasted and worked together on the cookbook Down Home with the Neelys, a Southern family cookbook. Despite their efforts to collaborate, their personal conflicts eventually led to the dissolution of their partnership. Pat Neely continues his television career by hosting the game program Save to Win on the CW from 2016 to 2017. While he is still active on social media, offering recipes and connecting with his followers, his focus has switched to family life. Pat married Tamika Parks in 2017, and together they have 2 children. Gina's first grandchild, a son delivered to her daughter Spencer Lewis Neely, arrived in 2022. A touching photo from 2023 portrays Pat's excitement as he poses with his grandson Noah, the son of his daughter Spencer. The Neelys' journey from culinary stardom to personal issues shows the complexities of balancing professional achievement and personal relationships in public. Despite the termination of their marriage, Pat and Gina Neely have found new ways to be happy and fulfilled in their own interests. Number 8. Roco DiSpirito. In the crowded culinary landscape of the 1990s, one chef stood out: Roco DiSpirito. With his creative flair and imaginative recipes, he swiftly gained popularity among culinary critics and enthusiasts alike. DiSpirito's ascent to prominence peaked when he was named Best New Chef by Food and Wine magazine in 1999, cementing his title as a culinary superstar. Furthermore, being named Sexiest Chef Alive by People magazine contributed to the attraction of his rising business. In 2003, DiSpirito decided to broaden his horizons and try his hand at reality television with his NBC show, The Restaurant. The documentary-style series gave viewers an inside peek at the tumultuous and fast-paced world of restaurant ownership as DiSpirito prepared to build his second Manhattan restaurant, Roco's. Despite the initial euphoria, the show's popularity faded quickly. Behind the scenes, DiSpirito became entangled in a bitter conflict with his restaurant's financial supporters. The tension reached a boiling point, and DiSpirito was legally forbidden from accessing the exact establishment he had poured his heart and soul into. This sudden change of events was a severe blow in DiSpirito's career, making him reconsider his future in the culinary industry. Not long after leaving Roco's, DiSpirito parted ways with Union Pacific, the restaurant where he originally built a name for himself. DiSpirito, who was just 40 years old, found himself at a crossroads, unsure where his culinary career would lead him next. Despite his boyhood love of cooking, he was disillusioned by the hurdles and setbacks he had encountered in the restaurant industry. In the years that followed, DiSpirito pursued other interests outside of the culinary industry. He made appearances on QVC to showcase his cooking skills to a larger audience. He also stunned audiences by demonstrating his dance skills on the renowned television show Dancing with the Stars. However, personal difficulties, such as the death of his mother and challenges with his own health, kept him out of the spotlight for much of 2010. Despite obstacles and challenges, DiSpirito's enthusiasm for cooking never wavered. In 2018, he made a victorious return to the restaurant world by opening the Standard Grill at the Standard Hotel in New York City. The restaurant provided a unique perspective on modern American food and was praised for DiSpirito's culinary vision. Although he is no longer as well known in the culinary world, DiSpirito's tenacity and perseverance demonstrate his lifelong love of food. His path serves as a reminder that success is sometimes accompanied by difficulty, but with determination, even the most difficult obstacles can be conquered. Number 7. Emeril Lagasse. Emeril Lagasse, known for his flamboyant personality and catchphrases, became synonymous with cooking shows in the 1990s. His Food Network debut with How to Boil Water was swiftly followed by Essence of Emeril and the vibrant Emeril Live. Lagasse's ability to infuse his dishes with excitement and flair wowed audiences, gaining him a devoted following and global acclaim. Beyond his television success, Lagasse used his celebrity to build a culinary empire that included a line of cookbooks, equipment, and spice blends. His brand became a household name, and Lagasse was regarded as one of the most prominent chefs of his era. However, after 15 years on the Food Network, Lagasse's reign came to an end when the network opted to cancel his shows. Lagasse's on-screen presence declined as the landscape of culinary television changed and consumer preferences shifted. Despite attempts to pivot with guest appearances on shows such as Top Chef and presenting Eat the World with Emeril, Lagasse struggled to recapture his previous level of notoriety. Furthermore, the economic challenges of the late 2000 recession had a negative impact on Lagasse's restaurant business. Several of his businesses struggled financially, and the COVID-19 outbreak dealt a severe blow, forcing the closing of one of his most well-known eateries, Nola. Despite these disappointments, Lagasse welcomed a moment of meditation and reconsideration. In interviews, he spoke honestly about the need to kick it down a notch and take a break from the fast-paced nature of his culinary business. He still owns and operates several restaurants, specializing in fine dining experiences that highlight his culinary expertise and passion. In 2019, Lagasse expanded his reach by working with Carnival cruise ships to create his first cruise ship location, cementing his reputation as a culinary icon. Furthermore, Lagasse has taken on the role of mentor and instructor, imparting his expertise and skills to the next generation of chefs. He has incorporated his son in his restaurant enterprises, preparing him to carry on the family's culinary history. They intend to create a new restaurant together, demonstrating Lagasse's unwavering dedication to his art and desire to leave an indelible mark on the culinary scene. Number 6. John Besh. In the tumultuous culinary environment of the 1990s, John Besh emerged as a significant personality, renowned for his commitment to Creole and Cajun cuisine. With a succession of successful restaurants and awards behind him, including a coveted spot on Food & Wine's list of Best New Chefs, Besh appeared to be on track for a long and wealthy career. However, his trajectory took an unexpected turn in 2017, when claims of sexual misconduct shook the culinary world. Reports appeared of a terrible work atmosphere within Besh's restaurant company, with over 20 women coming out with sexual harassment allegations. While some of the claims involved other employees, Besh was personally entangled in the controversy. The disclosures harmed his reputation and threw doubt on his culinary legacy. In reaction to the claims, Besh resigned from the company he founded, marking a spectacular fall from grace for the once famous chef. His decision to step down elicited varied emotions, with some expressing regret and fury, while others praised his accountability. Unlike several other chefs caught in comparable situations, Besh chose to leave the public glare rather than try to save his profession. His official website and social media channels have gone dark, with no updates or activity since the controversy surfaced. This abrupt exit from the limelight represented a fundamental transition in Besh's life and career path. Following Besh's departure, the restaurant group rebranded, becoming BRG, and overseen by CEO Shannon White. Despite the scandal, the company has continued to function, but with new leadership and a renewed emphasis on creating a positive and inclusive workplace. Besh's fall from grace served as a sad reminder of the ubiquity of misbehavior in professional kitchens, sparking crucial discussions about workplace culture and responsibility. The controversy sparked industry-wide introspection and requests for increased openness and accountability in the culinary sector. Despite the controversies surrounding his reputation, Besh's contributions to the culinary world are undeniable. As the culinary world evolves, it is unclear what the future holds for John Besh. Whether he tries to restore his career or stays out of the spotlight indefinitely, his legacy will be forever linked to the scandal that shook the culinary world in 2017. Number 5. Masaharu Morimoto. Masaharu Morimoto, a culinary master renowned for his combination of Japanese, Chinese, and French cuisines, rose to international prominence in the 1990s and beyond. Morimoto, who had been trained in the art of Japanese sushi creation, began his rise to culinary celebrity at 1985 when he moved to the United States. He sharpened his abilities at New York's famed Japanese restaurant Nobu, ultimately rising to the post of executive chef. Morimoto's culinary prowess and inventive approach to cooking piqued the interest of television producers, landing him a place as an original Iron Chef on the Japanese cooking competition show Iron Chef in 1998. Morimoto's vibrant personality and superb techniques immediately made him a fan favorite, enthralling audiences with his dazzling displays of culinary expertise. Following his victory on Iron Chef, Morimoto set out to build his culinary empire, opening a number of eponymous restaurants in locations throughout the world. Morimoto's restaurants have become synonymous with innovative food and unforgettable dining experiences from New York to Napa, Hawaii, and Mexico City. At the height of his popularity, Morimoto was involved with about 20 restaurants, each showing his own blend of flavors and techniques. Despite his spectacular ascension, Morimoto encountered hurdles along the road. The closing of Bisutoro, one of his New York restaurants, in 2004, provided a stark reminder of the restaurant industry's volatility. Despite this, Morimoto remained undeterred, shifting his efforts to building his brand through a variety of products, including beer, wine, sake, and even face masks during the COVID-19 pandemic. While Morimoto's television appearances declined in the late 2010, he triumphantly returned to the small screen in 2023 as host and judge of the Roku channel original Morimoto's Sushi Master. Masaharu Morimoto's legacy lives on today, with his restaurants acting as culinary destinations for foodies from all over the world. Number 4. Jonathan Gushue. Chef Jonathan Gushue, known for his culinary prowess at Langdon Hall in Cambridge, Ontario, has risen to celebrity chef status in Canada. Langdon Hall, one of the country's best dining institutions, has earned a coveted spot on San Pellegrino's prestigious World's 100 Best Restaurants list, thanks in large part to Gushue's exceptional talent and leadership. However, Gushue's disappearance in December 2012 shook the culinary industry. He was last seen in Toronto on December 29, and his sudden disappearance alarmed co-workers and loved ones. Despite intensive efforts to locate him, including the formation of a tip line, Gushue remains missing. 13 days later, authorities discovered Gushue safely outside of Ontario. His sudden disappearance drew a lot of media attention, leaving many people wondering what happened. Gushue, who was not just a chef but also a spouse and father, eventually left Langdon Hall. In an honest interview with the Globe and Mail in 2015, Gushue acknowledged that his disappearance was caused by alcohol addiction. He acknowledged going on a binge, which led to his unexpected departure and subsequent disappearance. Following this traumatic era, Gushue took a 3-year break from the public eye and avoided culinary undertakings. As of June 2023, Gushue has begun a new chapter in his culinary career. He is currently the head chef and proprietor of The Vale, a restaurant in Toronto. Despite previous setbacks, Gushue has overcome adversity and continues to demonstrate his culinary talents in the thriving culinary scene of Canada's largest metropolis. Number 3. Keith Floyd. Keith Floyd, a flamboyant British chef and television personality, rose to prominence in the 1980s thanks to his unscripted cooking shows, which grabbed audiences with their unorthodox manner and amusing approach to food. His rise to culinary prominence began when the BBC approached him about filming a series called Floyd on Fish, based on his TV short of the same title. This was the start of Floyd's television career, which would include other shows covering a wide range of themes, including Floyd on France, Floyd Uncorked, and Floyd's American Pie. Keith Floyd's popularity surged during the 1990s as he endeared himself to viewers with his eccentric sense of humor, floppy bow tie, and a distinctive glass of red wine in hand. Behind the scenes, Floyd had personal issues that would eventually have a negative impact on his profession. Addiction, mental health challenges, and financial problems beset the star. forcing him to close 12 restaurants and eventually declare bankruptcy. Floyd had mostly disappeared from the public eye by the mid-1990s, dealing with aimlessness and personal demons. It wasn't until the late 2000s that he reappeared on television in a documentary called Keith Meets Keith, in which actor Keith Allen sought down Floyd, whom he regarded as a hero. Unfortunately, on the same evening that the documentary was scheduled to run, Floyd suffered a heart attack and died at the age of 65 while in remission for colon cancer. Despite the difficulties he encountered, Keith Floyd had a significant impact on culinary television. His unscripted culinary shows, known for their wit, charm, and straightforward approach to cooking, transformed the genre and inspired innumerable cooks and food fans. Though he is no longer with us, Keith Floyd's energy continues to inspire, and his legacy lives on in the worlds of cuisine and entertainment. Number 2. Michael Chiarello. Michael Chiarello, a prominent chef from Napa Valley, rose to notoriety with his Food Network show Easy Entertaining with Michael Chiarello, which premiered in 2003. His fascinating personality and culinary expertise drove him to prominence, garnering him an Emmy Award and invitations to participate in popular cooking competitions such as Top Chef Masters and The Next Iron Chef. Along with his television success, Chiarello oversaw restaurants such as Bottega in Napa Valley and Coqueta in San Francisco, cementing his reputation as a culinary star. Chiarello's outstanding career, however, was overshadowed by controversy when claims of sexual harassment and labor violations were made public in 2015. Two former employees accused him and other high management members of creating a poisonous work environment that primarily targeted female and homosexual male employees. The complaints included charges of unwanted touching without consent, making sexually explicit remarks, and employing biased hiring practices. Chiarello eventually resolved the claim outside of court, despite vigorously disputing the accusations. Chiarello had further hurdles after the settlement when he was detained in November 2016 for driving under the influence and drug possession. Although he continued to run his enterprises in California, his public appearances decreased and his once gleaming reputation deteriorated. Michael Chiarello died unexpectedly in October 2023 at the age of 61, shocking the culinary world. His death was caused by complications from an acute allergic response, which resulted in anaphylactic shock and a deadly heart attack. Chiarello's unexpected death shook the business, triggering an outpouring of tributes from both colleagues and admirers. Michael Chiarello's death signaled the end of an era in the culinary world, leaving behind a complex legacy that reflected the highs and lows of celebrity. Chiarello's contributions to gastronomy are undeniable, notwithstanding the issues surrounding him in his later years. His creative culinary creations and charismatic on-screen presence made an indelible impression on the business, influencing both chefs and food enthusiasts. Chiarello's company, Gruppo Chiarello, issued a statement following his death, grieving the loss of their beloved patriarch. They cited his culinary brilliance, unlimited imagination, and steadfast devotion to his family as distinguishing characteristics of his personality. Furthermore, they stressed Chiarello's ability to bring people together via the joy of shared meals, establishing long-term memories around the table. Number 1. Bernard Loiseau. Bernard Loiseau was a highly regarded French chef, noted for his mastery of French cuisine and multiple Michelin stars. His culinary odyssey began in 1977, when he received his first Michelin star, signaling the beginning of a famous career. Loiseau has consistently impressed critics and consumers, garnering high scores in prestigious restaurant guides such as Gol Milot. Loiseau's culinary style was distinguished by his ability to combine classic French cooking techniques with his own creative twists, resulting in dishes that pleased the senses while capturing the essence of French gastronomy. However, during the early 2000s, Loiseau's career faced a huge test when the Michelin Guide warned him that he was on the verge of losing a star. Critics also saw a modest drop in the quality of his cuisine, which had a significant impact on Loiseau. Despite his best efforts to retain his reputation and culinary standards, the acclaimed chef found himself overwhelmed by the pressure. Bernard Loiseau tragically took his life at his home in February 2003, shocking the culinary community. His unexpected demise was met with shock and sadness as colleagues, fans, and lovers lamented the loss of a culinary genius. Speculation grew about the circumstances surrounding his death, with some linking it to the pressure of keeping his Michelin stars. While the actual reasons for Loiseau's unfortunate decision are unknown, his legacy as a visionary chef and pioneer of French cuisine endures. Bernard Loiseau's narrative highlights the severe strain and scrutiny that cooks undergo in the competitive world of haute cuisine. His untimely death highlighted the difficulties of sustaining a culinary reputation and the toll it can have on individuals. However, his legacy lives on as a monument to his brilliance, passion, and everlasting dedication to the art of cooking. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.